Industries are the backbone for any country's economic conditions. Yes, we are continuing industry chapter, and today we are taking our question answer session. It means part 5th. You are with Bindu Chaudhary and we are continuing our social science class, and in our social science class we are continuing our chapter industries. When we classify industries on the basis of size, then it is large scale industries or small scale industries. Yes, large scale industries had their own technologies, machineries, large amount of capital investment and labor also, and with all these things they are producing the large scale material also. When we are talking about the small scale industries, student, industries which are only holding at the nearby shops or nearby the houses or even in the houses, and in a very less amount, and few people or the family persons are in that one. So that includes in the small scale industries. Yes, when we are talking or classified about the ownership based industries, then ownership based industries are also there, and it is classified as the private sector industry, government sector industry, or public sector industry, or we will say cooperative sector industries also. When we are classifying and discussing about cotton textile industries, students, we all know that in India, Ahmedabad has the largest second position in all over the India. The setup of first mill in Ahmedabad was in the year 1861, and when we are discussing about Mumbai, the first mechanized mill was established in the year 1854, and when we are discussing about the whole of the countries or whole of the world, then what is the condition? We had discussed about Osaka in Japan. So Manchester of Japan is Osaka city, and all other industries are also established in Ahmedabad as well as in Osaka, Japan. When we are classifying on the basis of steel and iron industries, then Jamshedpur is the first name, and this one is the first steel and industries, Tata Steel and Iron Industries, Tisco company with it, and we all know Dorabji Tata's initiatives are there for this one. Dorabji Tata took so much initiative, and on the basis of that initiative in the year 1907 it was established. When we are talking all about the world, then Pittsburgh is the place where the largest steel and iron industries are there. So this one is the sum up of our chapter reading session. We will continue about question answer session here. See, we are covering our first question. What is meant by the term industries? When we are talking about industries, it means industries refers to economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals, or provision of services. It means industries has the classification on the basis of production of goods first, second one is the extraction of minerals, and the third one is the provision of services. So it is classified as per these norms. We are taking our second question here. Which are the main factors which influence the location of an industries? If main factors are included, then learn or recall about the chapter reading session. We had discussed this thing also. Many factors are responsible for the purpose of location of the industry. See, the location of industries is affected by the first one, by the availability of raw material, second one by the availability of land, third is the water supply, and fourth is the labor, and fifth is the power, capital, transportation, and market. If any industry has proper availability of raw material with land, water, power supplies, labor supplies, and with proper capital investment, transportation facilities, and in the last, the main one, markets are there, only in that condition we will say these are influenced by the locations. Okay, we are continuing on our third question here. Which industries is often referred to as the backbone of modern industries and why? Yes, which industry refers to the backbone? We had discussed this one also in the chapter reading session. See, in our answer we will write ships, trains, trucks and automobiles are made largely of which material? Largely of steel. Yes, from safety pins to big ships are made from steel. It means this one is the main backbone. See, when we are taking another examples also of steel industry, see here, oil wells are drilled with steel machineries, not iron machineries. Steel machineries are used for the purpose of the oil well digging. When we are taking next step, then steel pipelines transport oil. Yes, if there is a iron in pipelines, then rust becomes and oil is not in a position to be transported. Next one point is the minerals are mined with steel equipment. Yes, only and only steel equipments are used in the purpose of the minings and in the minerals extractions. When we are talking about the farm machines, yes, farmers use machines mostly made up of steels. So these are some important uses of steel, or we will say steel is the base for the other industries. Here is our next question, students, about cotton textile industry. See, why cotton textile industry rapidly expanded in Mumbai? Why not in other? But later on in other parts of India also and in the world also, but firstly it is rapidly expanded in Mumbai. Many factors are responsible for this one. We will take it one by one here, students. See, cotton textile industries expanded rapidly in Mumbai initially because of the presence of lots of favorable conditions. What are the lots of favorable conditions? See, we are taking it one by one here. First one is the warm and moist climate, which is totally responsible for the expansion of the cotton textile industries. Second one is the port situated nearby to import machineries. So, port facilities are also necessary. Next one is the easy availability of raw materials. Raw materials are mainly used, so it is the necessary factor for the expansion of industries in Mumbai. Then it comes the skilled labor factors behind all these things. If there are skilled laborers, so the work is in the efficiency form, and when we are talking about the expansion of the cotton textile industries, so this one are the main reasons for which these expansions are there. We are taking our next question here. The next question includes the correct answer session. See, Fort Gloucester is located in. We have three options, and from these three options we will exclude our answer. The first one, West Bengal. No, it is not in West Bengal. Then comes to California. Yes, in California, Fort Gloucester is located. We have third option also, Gujarat. No, Gujarat is not the correct option. Ahmedabad city is situated in Gujarat state. So, these A and C are incorrect, and we will correct or tick our B part, California, here. Our next question is here, students. Which one of the following is a natural fiber? We have options for this one. The first option covers nylon. Is it correct? Nylon is a natural fiber? No, not at all. Then next one comes jute. Yes, jute is a natural fiber, and we have one option more, acrylic. So, with these three options, our correct option is B. It means jute is a natural fiber. We are taking our next question. The next question comprises of the distinguish between the following. When we are classifying or distinguishing agro-based and mineral-based industries. Yes, classification of industries on the basis of agro-based and on the basis of mineral-based. See, these are the main points for the distinguish here. We are taking our first point. Agro-based industries use plant and animal based products as their raw material. So, when we are continuing on the agro-based or agricultural based, then plants and animal based products are normally used in agro-based industries. And when we are taking initiative for the distinguishing of the mineral based industries, students, see, mineral based industries use mineral ores as their raw material. So, this one is the main difference, mineral based ores, and here is the plants and animal based products. So, this one is our first classification. We have some examples of raw materials also. In agro based industries, animal skins and crops are the best examples, and when we are taking mineral based industries, then iron ore and limestones are the best example for mineral based industries. Our third point of distinction is examples of industries are food processing industries, and when we are continuing on examples of mineral based industries, then it comes iron and steel industries. We had discussed this one. Yes, about iron and steel industries and about food processing industries in the biscuits and bakeries session. Okay, here is our next question. Public sector and joint sector industries. We are taking our first point here. See, public sector industries are owned and run by the government. So, this one is the main point. When we are taking joint sector industries, students, see, joint sector industries are owned and operated by the state as well as individuals or the group of individuals. So, this one is our best difference. When we are taking examples, then Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is the best example for the public sector industries, and when we are taking priority for the joint sector industries example, then Maruti Udyog. Maruti Udyog is operated by the state as well as individuals. Here is our last question. The last question has some examples. See, give 2 examples of the following in the space provided. यहाँ पे एक स्पेस दिए हुए हैं हर क्वेश्चन में और हमें आंसर लिखने हैं. तो we had chosen our answer here. See, our first question, raw material. हमें 2 raw material बताने हैं. So, the good example of raw materials are, first one is the ores and the second one is plants. It means mineral based industries and what? Agro based industries. Both we have taken one example from mineral based industry and then another example of agro based industry. So, raw materials question is here. When we are talking about the end products, it means final finished product, then what happens? Clothes that we wear, these are the final products. Okay, and when we have next example is the example of a car. Yes, car, bus, taxi, scooty and another media of transportation. All these are included in the end products or finished products. Okay. Next option we have about territory activities. We are including 2 examples here on the basis of territory activities. First one is the trade. Second one is the banking. When we are discussing more about territory activities, then what? Insurance are there and other also there. So, best examples are trade and banking. We have next question here. agro-based industries. Two industries based on the agro-based. So we have two examples for this one. The first one is the food processing, and food processing is based on the activities done by the plants. Plants के ऊपर बेस्ड जितना भी हमारे यहाँ पे फूड प्रोसेसिंग का काम होता है, इट मीन्स आप गेहूँ लेके आए हैं या गेहूँ को लेके क्या होता है, उसका जो फ्लोर होता है बच्चों, उस आटे से बिस्किट्स, बेकरीज और जो दूसरी चीज़ें बनाई जाती है, इट कम्स इन द फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट. एंड सॉस, जैम एंड मैनी अदर थिंग, कॉर्नफ्लेक्स एंड अदर एग्जाम्पल्स आर आल्सो देयर. व्हेन आवर नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल इज इंक्लूडेड, इट इज लेदर इंडस्ट्रीज. लेदर्स आर द skins of the animals. So these two are agro-based industries. We have our second last option here. Two examples of cottage industry. First one is the basket weaving and the second one is the pottery. So here are the two examples of cottage industries. When we are including cooperative industries, then cooperative, it means with the help of the workers, with the help of the society, these are running on. The best examples are Amul and Sudha Dairy. So here is our question answers session, students. Hope you all learn with me and read with me. It's your turn to write and learn one by one and again and again. We will meet in our next chapter. Have a nice day.